Oh, wow. Do you get it by watching streams or something?
Hmm?
Do you get it by
No,
watching stream? No? Okay.
you gotta get into a game with any of the five streamers.
You gotta get into a game? That's so stupid.
Mm-hmm. I think it's funny how grumpy Juno looks on the, title screen right now.
Grumpy Juno, man. That's where it's at. Alright, the announcement is posted.
We are live.
We are live. That is right. We've been live for a whole minute. Oh, yeah, you want
Oh
to do
my
this?
god, the pink Ryan skin.
That's right. The pink Ryan skin. Ah, that was very loud. Oh. Hello, JP3 Reigns, winner of last night's big game. He's very cool, a very big guy. Hopefully he gets to play more games this season.
He talks a lot though.
Yeah, that's what I've heard, actually. It's okay. We'll forgive him. Thank you for your Twitch Prime. This is the payout day, so I will be getting a check from Twitch any day now. Now, to the max, I don't know that you've seen any of the big
Changes, yes.
oh yeah. But loot boxes are back. There's perks now. I mean, Overwatch is so back.
I was just saying the other day
That
that
was very like northern.
oh, it's a reference to what's it called? What's that TV show? Letterkenny.
Letter
Um,
Kenny. Okay, okay.
but I think I was talking with one of the DP the supports yeah, Gary, and I was saying that like Overwatch needs to come out with something like huge and something new, not just like, oh, we're bringing back 6v6, smile. Um, and yeah, I think that this is like the perfect thing to do, especially at this time where so many people are disgruntled over how Riot is handling things.
Oh yeah, Riot takes out the free chests, which by the way, 1.6 billion dollars in profit this year. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and
And it was
Overwatch.
just an unnecessary cost. Like it was just costing them so much money.
I know, I know. Like, why is it not 1.61?
Yeah, literally.
And Overwatch was a huge, very rare W. Bringing back
Yeah.
loot boxes. They're in the free pass. They're in the weeklies. Um, I mean, they're really just changing up the entire game. It's a little concerning for me from a league standpoint because season 15 drops just as we're starting the playoffs.
Just save the game rules.
Not how that works.
Baguette, hello.
Yeah, Overwatch did need to do this a little sooner, but it's better late than never. Especially with how many cuts the devs have been getting. It's
What
pretty
do you
big
mean
though.
cuts? Like they've been cut?
No, they like they've basically like gotten a full team together and then Blizzard or Microsoft has just cut their dev team.
Oh shoot, I forgot my tea downstairs. I'll be right back. Do you want me to do the coin toss before I leave?
Yeah, and then just I'll ask T2 for it real quick.
Um, where's my coin? Toss a coin to your picture. Oh, Harry, oh, Harry. Where is my freaking coin? There it is. All right, they're going tails.
And they're going tails.
Tails it is. T2 gets map pick. I'm gonna go eat my tea.
Okie dokie. Alright, T2 with the map pick, they are choosing Elios. While Max is running and grabbing your T, we will be looking into the first and second team. The first team, of course, being Fika Time, joined by Pi, the wonderful bread dog substitute. He is playing for Amphibia today, and he will be playing a lot of support along the side of, I believe, Sparksy. But looking at this team, they have a lot of changes. Mons, which is my meme is true, who will be referred to as Mons, is playing tank this game.
Leo's my beloved.
Yeah, I convinced T2 to take us there. So Mons is gonna be playing tank. You will have, sorry, someone just joined the lobby. You will have Lemos and Hunta on the DPS line, and you will have Sparksy and Pi on the supports. It's pretty big, pretty good team. Their biggest problem is they just kind of get in their own way, and they also really like to use ults.
And then, well, I guess this isn't a problem because Sparksy's not on tank, but Sparksy likes to play
A very aggressive Winston. But looking at T2, we have a very different team with, you got Arrakis and a Mug on DPS, and actually today it's the Lion. You also have Cyber and Goft on support, and Bossatron 9000, who will be referred to as Bossatron 9000, although his in-game tag is Jewish Muslim.
I will try to remember.
He's a very good tank. You have a very good Sojourn player in Mug. Put Spoopy and Cyber out. Okay, Spoopy is going in, Cyber is going out. And
I also believe that Amug is the captain of the T2 team at the college, not in the league though.
Yes, Mug is the big man's, but Spry is the bigger man's. Alrighty, we are ready from both sides. We'll be jumping into map number 1, which is, in fact, Elios. Big map, big time, big game, big plays.
Greece.
That's right, this is Greece. And also, this is the only icon Little has used since it came out in 2016, I want to say?
Probably first Summer Games event was 2016, so...
Little is yet to change his icon. I really don't want him to. He's just a really big fan of Grease. Specifically the musical.
Oh, I thought you meant like the fact like grease on the body. That's why he doesn't shower.
Oh, I mean that too. He loves all forms of grease.
Greasy way. I like this map because it's blue. And there are lighthouses on this map. Did you know that there are 2 lighthouses on Gibraltar?
I did. Did you know Sage plays a lot of Winston?
Yes!
You know what I knew though? Pi playing the Alari. I didn't know this. This is a lie. This is something I've never seen? Once maybe? I don't know. But, yeah, this is big. Pi, of course, being the sub for T1, or Fika Time today. Honorary Suite of the day. The rest of the team comp, very normal. You have Nelmos and Hunta on Sombra and Soldier, respectively. You have a Ramatra, and you have a Kiriko. On the other side, you have a stinky old Hazard player. You have a Genji that's currently being pocketed. You have one of the best Sojourn players I have seen in a hot minute, a Juno, and a Mercy. And Mug falling very low early.
That was some suspicious Juno noises that I was hearing.
Yeah, she has a very interesting voice line. Hunter with a quick pick, though.
Fall.
Hunter's going for 2. Should be able to confirm one of these picks on the support line, if not get them uncomfortable enough to confirm space. Almost finding the follow-up pick onto Spoopy with the help of Hunter being a little somber nut. And T2
holding W into the team.
Yeah, and this is something we haven't seen from him like basically the entire season, but he is blocking.
Huge. Yeah, they fell back a little too far for him to get some value out of those punches, so I guess blocking is the next best thing. Oh, gets annihilated by Bossatron there.
Yeah, I think this could still be winnable for the side of Fika time as long as they kind of kite back and just play on and off the point very inconsistently.
But it looks like that's not what they're gonna do. They're gonna choose to full retreat here.
No, and this is probably the better option of the two, especially with Pi almost finding a pick on the Lion here. Although I think he might be the one going down in just a minute, except Mons is back already.
Hunter falling dangerously low in the flank.
Yeah, but Nelmos
Gonna
trades.
go down to a mug.
Spoopy Ghost popping the Valkyrie.
Die.
And Nelmos
Also
on the
gonna see
flank.
an overclock from a mug. Very low HP, but gotta get healed up by that Valk. Orbit comes out from T2 as well. They're spending a lot of ults on trying to just hold this point.
And you know what's important? Fika time hasn't even popped a single ult yet. Here comes the big EMP.
Oh, big EMP into Visor. Visor's gonna find one.
Yeah.
It's
Now
looking like it's a fight. This fight is in favor of T1 or T2. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sunbreak does come out.
Pi with the pick
Or
on
Solar
Spoopy.
Flare. Spoopy.
Spoopy
Forcing Bossadron to also fall back.
Both teams expended a lot of ults that fight, just very inconsistently, and they really just reacted to their own ults, which is kind of silly. I don't care for this ult from Bossatron though. Really doesn't have anything to set up.
Find a lot of value.
And the only ults that were left were the tank ults, and there's that.
Lion almost has Visor up, just looking for that last 5% here. It's Ramatra time though. Bossatron is gonna go down, as is Holy Goff.
Hunta does trade the backline, but quite literally trades in that.
Visor is up for the Lion.
Pi and Lemos on their way back. T2 has a better point control here, and they will be taken. Mons, while having a whole girl on his bed, does take out Spoopy Ghost.
That's crazy. Interesting trivia fact. Thank you from MJVH. I don't know who that is.
The heart crosshair is in the specific crosshair settings. It is the only crosshair I use because I think it's silly. What's not silly is Spoopy Ghost getting the res on Jewish Muslim. Mug switches off.
Bossatron?
That's right, but they see.
They do not touch though.
Hello, Spindle. Very nice seeing you. I hope you lose.
That's crazy. You're supposed to be unbiased as a caster.
Oh, this is to T1.
You're supposed to be unbiased as a caster.
Nope. But looking into my, I think it's in Hero and HUD. Yeah, it's in Advanced, and then if you go down to dot type, I love you too, Spindle. You know what I don't love though? Jewish Muslim on the Winston, which is something I do love actually. Yeah, that's right. Well, act like I said that. The Lion on the Junkrat, which is a very suspicious pick. A Mug on the Tracer, and they're keeping the Mercy Pocket, which is another very suspicious thing. But hey, you know what? If it works, it works. Almost being jumped on by the big inflatable Winston man. And Mon's being booped to all hell. He should end up going down here, especially when falling after that trap. But Sparksy with a really big cleanse. Baguette just started playing Overwatch to change her crosshair. But Hunta chasing down this Tracer in the back line.
Wife. Sorry, I was also changing my crosshair time.
Well, Hunta is still terrorizing the point.
No Omega for the Lion.
No.
Because it got hacked.
The Lion exploding everyone over here. Just unable to find the pick because I don't know what I'm talking about. Actually quite a big touch from a Mug. If he doesn't get exploded instantly, that could be a better contest.
I wish I could see my crosshair when I spectated people.
I can. You know what I can also see? Hunta in the backline. She's going to go for a routine assault on it.
On it. A mug on the Tracer, trying to cause as much of a problem as possible.
And a Hunta falling to the Winston, man.
Winston!
That circus hat ain't for decoration.
We clowning on this bit.
That's right.
I provide such useful comms. Oh, a mug getting fucking... Sorry, it's freaking laid out.
Max
Sorry,
is very
honest
tired.
casting.
But we're gonna see Riptire come out from the Lion. Going in, gets punched, absolutely pummeled by Mons. Mons is a few percentage off of his ult. We do have a nano boost come out onto the Junkrat, and a big stick on the Sparksy, unable to get out of it. Mons is going to end up popping Ramatra time, although I do think it's gonna be not the greatest use of an ult. Pi jumping onto point.
Solo on point.
Pi somehow
Trying to keep Mons up here.
Pi just
Also,
gets
just
out.
like not really taking any damage. No one is punishing Pi for this very weird positioning that he had there. Big EMP.
Yeah, and we saw this combo earlier in the mound, early in the mound, and it didn't work quite as well there, but you know that time it worked perfectly.
See, Pi is so close to getting the my favorite pylon position on that point. It's so good to tuck it into that upper corner because it can still see the whole map, but it's so hard to hit.
I personally like Hunta getting picks on the Lion.
That
Big
is
plays.
pretty good.
We do see Bossatron switch over to the Diva. And Spoopy on the Moira, which was not called out, and Holy Goft on the Juno, which might have been the same thing, but I don't remember.
I believe it is the same thing.
Well,
Pi and Sparksy both falling very early there.
But Hunta
They get it to 99 though, so this is a decent...
I think Fika Time still wins this. They're taking full offense to this. Yeah,
it's gotta hurt if you're T2.
Nelmos and Hunta literally find for that fight. Their backline gets picked, they find a counter to, and they just keep rolling off of that.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. Oh my
Oh.
eyes. Oh! I love doing that on Sombra, stealing the play the game.
And just another reason Sombra's a little rat character that we do not like.
I love Sombra.
You do not? You know, I love going to the be right back screen that I work oh so hard on. Where is the right thing for it? Aha.
French bread.
Alrighty. Well, with that, we do go to Escort next, and it will be T2's map
It's
pick.
actually hybrid.
Oh, that's right.
Make
I don't
sure
even know
we're on
mine.
comp rules.
We wouldn't have been. So yeah. That was
What? Oh my goodness. Jared!
I'm sorry. It's been a very busy day.
This is the same person that yells at me every time I make a custom game and don't set it to friends only.
Because we're playing Uno and then these random people join.
Who cares? It's Uno!
I do. I'm trying to have a good old-fashioned Uno 1v1.
Well, put in Arrakis for Lion.
Well, maybe I will. Is there anyone else?
Looks like that's it.
JP, also known as J Huge, Humongous,
Humongous. Humongous?
Homungus?
Homogeneous? Fun
Um,
fact. JP's name is JP.
That's right. Another fun fact is actually George. That's what the J stands for.
I thought that's what the P stand for.
No, the P stands for George.
Or I thought it was porridge. George Porridge 3 Reigns.
I knew someone named George Poirier.
Were they French?
I don't know. I never really looked into it. I knew him in elementary school.
You went to school?
I surprisingly did. They just never taught me how to read.
King's Rock!
That's right. That's where we
Low
are.
res Mandata.
Yeah, I'll do the max special in a minute.
Where I zoom in on Madonna's. Well, what else am I gonna show?
You're gonna take us on a
Make
nice tour of the map.
No, you guys gonna see low res Mandata.
Big Sage Hydrate. I will be drinking some tea I made this morning. 3 hydrates. 4. Stop it.
Oh, I need to drink my tea so I have enough energy to cash next year.
Next year. Oh, jeez. Well, to the absolute surprise of nobody, we're seeing the exact same team comp with the addition of an Ashe instead of a Sombra. And actually, we're basically seeing the same team comp from both sides, but now you have the Junkrat one trick on the Junkrat instead of the Lion. That's right. And we have low res Mandata. But what's even more important, low res Child. Dang, that nose is like a straight, like 30-degree angle.
Yeah. Overwatch doesn't really know how to make faces.
Oh yeah, that's what we're going with?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Lion left the game.
The
Man
pie
down.
the pie making sure Arrakis leaves his body.
Oh,
Yeah, Bossatron taking
Bossatron
a...
is just holding onto you.
That's a very aggressive flank, especially... Oh, Hunta's on the Sojourn now, actually. And Fika Time just taking a very commanding control at this point.
Team Marmon started playing Overwatch.
That's huge. Hopefully he's warming up for a game in an hour and a half.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Hunta getting trapped. That's kind of cringe. I would feel bad about myself. Baguette with the Prime. Thank you so much. I deserve that after teaching you how to use the heart crosshair.
Maz is just holding down that front line.
Thank you for your money.
Shall pass.
Yeah, and Lemos and Hunta just really taking dominant control of this high ground. They're actually going to flank around the side. Hunta's going to be the first to fall. Actually trading with the other Sojourn.
No peel for Spoopy, though.
No, Spoopy Doopy. Left alone. Kinda poopy.
Team Marmon stopped playing Overwatch.
P. Marmon is now a disappointment. Please report. Bossatron finding that big old pylon.
Would you say it's a pylon? Alright.
No, I would say it's a satellite vector from Juno. A Mug and Arrakis gonna find 2. Holy Goth with a 3rd. Bossatron with a 4th.
You almost said it.
I almost did, but I didn't.
You gotta die.
Pie's going in.
Get out.
Oh, man. I can't believe Pie didn't win that. I just use it for all my characters. I think
there's only one character I have a special crosshair for, and that's Genji, because everybody knows my Genji is insane.
It's elite. I'd almost say it's on the same level of Death Oofs.
Yeah, I taught him everything he knows.
No way.
Anyways, point does go to T2 here, and we're gonna see the good old corner setup. Actually, never mind, because Mons is pushing up. Make a liar out of me, why don't ya?
Yeah. Bolton Lemos is on the
Sleepy.
Slammetra, which is a very interesting pick. I don't believe I've ever seen from him.
Well, it is pro play valuable now.
Yeah, which is very concerning. Pie shooting the power of the sun at the Junkrat.
Purple Rain. This ends now.
Yeah, that's right. Overclock coming out from Hunta after a Purple Rain from the Hazard.
I see both Sojourns ulted there.
Hazard gets nanoed, and we will see a junk tire. It's going in. It's big. It's loud. It's proud. It's not going to find anyone. It's Junkrat.
It's going.
Almost in the back line. This guy is certainly a creature. Will end up falling. And T2 taking a very dominant point.
Domination. I know the names of the ults, but I'm also just really tired, and I don't feel like using my brain right now.
She's just a girly.
I gotta save as much for the solo cast as I can.
Well, Mon's trying to save his ult, but not going to find any value from it. Having to use big mode to punch out the Arrakis. And Boss
trying hard to hold on here.
It's not going to be enough. Spoopy gun down. And Nolemos continuing his racism arc, playing the Symmetra. We will see a big old wall and a big old satellite vector. Those are the only two ults we're going to have up for this fight. Hunta fighting the Mug from a distance, unfortunately on the ping, so a little bit of her actions are delayed. And Nolemos getting aggressive on the Mug. I don't know that he's going to find the pick, but he does have Sparksy with him.
No longer.
Here comes the wall.
Come out from Nolemos.
And Arrakis is trying to get onto him, but will end up falling. Actually, they trade.
No, those mines will get you.
Yeah, that coup de grace.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Oh, I always thought. No, that's Call of Duty.
I guess they're called Call of Duty. I'll keep that in mind.
COD, it's called Martyrism.
I think it's called coup de grace. Well, we do see Bossatron switching over to the Bourse. Alright, well, this is Bourse now. Bourse getting super aggressive here. We'll find the pylon.
We are gonna get the orbital ray coming up from T2 over here. Big cleanse.
Yeah, but Lumos Turrets is gonna find a Mug. Pie's gonna secure a pick on Spoopy, and he's gonna shoot the power of the sun at T2.
What a big old sunbeam.
Emiroto Aeronautical University unable to take flight as they are stalled out very late into the second point push.
Baguette would like you to know it's pronounced coup, not coupe. So it is actually a coup de grace.
Oh, Nummels with the pick on Arrakis.
Oh, that is not good. That is not what you want to see if you are on T2.
No, what I want to see though is Mon's getting super aggressive. Nummels finding another pick. Who is this creature?
The Nano comes out on the horse.
That's right, but Arrakis shooting. Actually, Arrakis' Riptire is going to be falling super low. Will end up killing the tank. But Lemos continuing to be chief racist.
Legion Symmetra.
Alright, shut up, pal. You're not French. Get out of here. Get out of here.
No.
Alright. So, going into this next point, we do have a very strong hold from Fika time. 106 meters is all they need, which is realistically in this hallway.
It's doable. It's winnable.
It's very winnable, but it's also very holdable. We saw exactly what Fika time did. They played a little bit of the racist characters, but what Arrakis plays, that Junkrat works so much better on defense.
Yes.
What am I smoking, JP? I don't know, man. I inhale a lot of tooth dust.
I set off a bomb in the walls, and it's like laughing gas.
All right, Max speaking literally. That's very nice. We are going to see a
full English.
We are going to see a Bossatron swap onto the Mauga. This is a really big pick because I quite like Mauga into the Ramatra. It's just a big old health pack, and you can block. That's great and all, but the more you block, the more health that Mauga just gets from you. Just continues to eat ya.
Haha.
Shout out to Matt's ammo. This is what he looks like in real life.
Bald.
I meant more of haha, but sure. Matt's ammo is now bald. Let him know, Pat. We are going to continue to see the Symmetra pick out in Lemos. And Arrakis getting Dynamite, falling quite low. Still hasn't been cared.
As you said, Ramatra is a big old health pack.
Yeah, and almost finding a pick on Arrakis. Goes on the flank. And a Mug tries to actually challenge the Sim and Ash duo, but unable to do so. Hunter,
No stop tech.
no stomp tech. It hasn't come to that part of the country yet.
Ah, right
Yeah.
here.
You know that you did invent that.
I did.
Max taught me everything I know on tank. That's why I stink.
What the? That's not nice. Alright, find a another caster for next game. I'm going
I'm
to bed.
sorry. I mean it. What I did mean though is Numos in the backline terrorizing this stomp tech. It comes out.
High on payload princess duty.
Yeah, it's actually Pie's favorite duty, unironically. This is not misinformation. This is just information. Arrakis on the flank, trying to do pop shots onto the team. Unfortunately, not getting a whole lot out of it. Actually, as I say that, gets a quick pick on Sparksy. Although Namos did take...
Arrakis fallen on the flank, to the flank metra.
Yeah, Namos takes a lot of offense to that, and now gets out with his partner in crime, that being Hunter. They are going to have 5 ults going into this next fight. Actually, both sides should have 5 ults, so that's pretty good.
I say they all do press Q at the same time and see what happens.
I think
no.
Bossatron jumps a small family in a hallway.
I agree.
Mon's
That
getting
is what
turbo
manga is known
aggressive.
for.
Yeah, shout out to that time he blew up an orphanage. Pi, however, trying to mimic that, shooting the power of the sun at T2. Lemos with a big TP onto the high ground. Actually doesn't use it, gets blown up right away. Here comes the Riptire.
Moment.
Finds Mons.
The wall is not going to go up in time to save Mons.
Lemos almost getting stomp tech. Does get out. And the satellite vector comes in. Kind of a waste. The way Fika time's approaching this doesn't really seem like they need it. Especially with Hunter being gunned down by a Mug right now. And Hunter actually trying to win that. Almost did. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to push 11 meters. 11 and a half if you really want to be specific.
Doable.
Actually, if you really want to be specific, it's 11.49.
We don't.
Okay. Well then I take that back. That didn't happen.
It's actually 0.47.
Yeah, it might be. Listen, man.
Almost goes down early in this fight.
Same with Hunter. No DPS for the side of Fika time. Really just need to get out, but I really wouldn't be surprised if Mons pops his ult here. Thankfully does not. That's growth. And almost now back to being a little rat.
Pi dies, as does Sparksy.
But Hunter with a pick.
Hunter getting a pick on Spoopy Ghost. That is a longer walk. Oh, but Hunter...
falls to the little rat man.
The rat man!
The rats, we are the rats. Speaking of rats, Nelmos is setting up another flank. Finds the actual rat. There's a lot of rat play going on. Unfortunately, this gives a lot of space for Mons to really take a very aggressive approach to this. Kitsune Rush comes out, and no cage fight! It's got cancelled! That's no good at all!
No, that's not what you want to see. Overclock comes out from a Mug, but so does Bob. It's looking at Arrakis, sitting pretty on 30 HP.
Yeah, and Arrakis actually boops the Bob into a more fortunate position to gun down a Mug.
And it looks like game 2 is gonna go to Fika time.
Yeah, very big start to the map.
With the Twitch Prime subscription.
Thank you, P. Marmon. You're an adequate Torb player. I really enjoy playing games with you. Thank you, thank you. Oh, that's right. You're so right. I'm sleeping on all of my duties. Once again, this is not my job. I don't do this. But yeah, it's 2-0. Side of Fika time.
Fika time.
Fika time really getting into their own these last few weeks. But now we will see how map 3 goes, which hopefully T2 wins, because let's be honest, we like it when they go the distance.
No, clean sweep so I can go take a nap, please.
Actually, we're going for a clean sweep so Max can go take a nap. Very nice. We're going to Route 66. Very big. Very good map.
I do believe that Fika Time has won on this map already once. So, against Team USA.
And Cyber going in for Spoopy Ghost. Now.
Didn't Cyber play yesterday as well?
Yes, Cyber is an in-between player, if I believe correctly.
Cyber 1.5.
That's right, Cyber 1.5.
That was wrong in every single way. It's Embry Riddle P 1.5.
Nope, Cyber 1.5. Both teams are ready. We are going into map number 3, which is Route 66.
No, don't keep me awake, Tutu. Please, I beg of you.
Yeah, the longer this goes on, the more hungry I'll get. It was dinner time half an hour ago.
The longer this goes on, the more evil I will be in the game 2 cast.
That's okay. This is a really pretty map, although it is kind of a barren wasteland. I
like the attention to detail in this map.
Just looking over this massive gorge into this beautiful canyon.
Makes you want to jump. Huh?
Yeah, no, I agree with that. What?
What?
Huh? We do have the Shrek Porta Potty. That is my favorite part of the map.
Didn't there used to be, like, suggestive images in the Porta Potty as well?
It was just a magazine. I don't believe it was suggestive, but...
I think it had, like, a picture of Widowmaker on it.
I honestly couldn't tell you. What I could tell you is I don't really care for this map, but I also really don't care for any of the escort maps. So
I like Rialto a lot.
I do not.
Yes, this was on release. I think it got removed like 2 months after release.
I knew it was pretty early. What isn't pretty early is Arrakis. We're seeing him swap over to the Reaper Man. In the past, it's actually been the Venture Man, or them, but...
Preacher.
That's right, a mug fighting a
I
big
fell in
pick.
early.
And Pi, who's been such a trustworthy sub for them so far. Now Mons taking quite a bit of damage, but is going to hopefully get healed up by the Sparksy Man. And Arrakis jumping on
Stomp Tech.
to Mons. Yeah, Stomp Tech. They've really developed it on the eastern coast, which is where Emery Riddle is located.
Also where I am located.
Yeah, but that's different.
They're on the southeast.
We're not talking about you. This ain't all about you. This is about Emery Riddle, Aeronautical University, D2.
Beep boop.
Beep boop. So we
Almost
are
on the flank a little bit, getting a little bit of boop.
That's right.
Damage.
Holy Bossatron falls
What
so fast. Nelmo's only deciding to hit headshots.
Hey, you saw that too. Okay, I thought I was hallucinating.
No.
Sindel with the hydrate. Sindel with the hydrate.
Spindle, thank you for the hydrate, Pookie Bookie.
Sindel with the hydrate. Sindel with the hydrate.
I took a
Sindel
drinky
with the
drink.
hydrate.
I
Sindel
took
with
a
the hydrate.
drink.
I'm gonna make sure that you know to hydrate.
Arrakis being super aggressive on that high ground. And a mug chilling in the little corner. Gets a pick on Sparksy.
Sparksy goes down.
Lemos is currently being challenged.
Sitting low. Hunter goes down. Pies goes down. Mons goes down. Nelmos gets a pick on a mug, but it's just one dude against the whole world.
Nah, I think he wins this. I think he goes in, gets
he pops
4.
Visor.
That's what I'm thinking.
He pops Visor. Gets
Okay, he's going the
4,
wrong
and
way.
Then pops it again.
The Lemos scared, confirmed.
Yeah, I do think that was Sage with the hydrate.
Oh man, you guys don't like me.
Honda sitting at half HP, but we do have 5 ults for the side of Fika Time.
Yeah, we're about up on 4 for the side of not Fika Time, which is Emery Riddle Tier 2 Aeronautical University.
A mug gets picked early though by
Here comes
Honda.
Coalescence. Out comes the big Omnic Butler.
Big Omnic Butler.
Max with the repeat of my last 5 words.
No, I was making the sound that Bob's gun makes.
That's very good. I feel like that's just as useful.
Yes.
Well, Bostron almost at that key ult being cage fight. Can really contain a fight in there.
Will it get cancelled again?
I don't think it will. In fact, I'd be quite confused if it did. It's a very weird thing to have happen more than once.
Sunburn. Put your sunscreen on.
Doesn't matter. Pi
Good
gets.
fade from Arrakis.
I think the bigger thing was the huge cleanse that came out from
Winky.
Cyber. None of Pi's support, or none of Mon's supports come in to help him in the cage fight, which is usually fine. But your tank committed an ult. You got to go all in on that.
That is a TK for the side of T2.
Yeah, and the side of a mug chilling on this high ground. Going to be able to get a lot of poke damage from up here and not a lot of challenge. This is a very rough door to push out of. Mug currently holding his team's only ult. The next one up will be Goff's. But you do have Kitsune Visor if Mons doesn't explode. Probably currently chilling on that high ground, trying to kill Arrakis. He has a Skiriko up there with him. He didn't quite notice it. That's alright. Ember Riddle.
Be a cap for Ember Riddle.
Yeah, currently pushing this 3rd checkpoint. And Mons trying to get some early poke damage, Wall without either support. But I think Bossatron really needs to have his praises sung here. He's just doing so much.
Been doing boss work.
Yeah, I'd even call him the Mecha of Mauga.
Oh god. Imagine if Mauga had a mech.
I don't want to. He basically already is a mech. He has 2 hearts. And is like half metal.
He's not even.
No, he is.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist. 2 picks coming out from the side of Fika time. We also see 2 ults pop.
Be Kitsune and Visor. We do also have Sunburn coming up, as well as Big Omnic Butler.
That's right.
But for
Almost on
T2,
the
we have
Hanzo.
Kitsune, as well as we're pretty close to Death Blossom, and Overclock is also up.
Yeah, Cyber, of
Arrakis
course, trying to
taking the
climb that wall.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Hunta just really does not like this Arrakis guy. Maybe it's the Junkrat. It's probably the Junkrat.
We do also have Ramasher time up. Big Omnic Butler goes out on point. Once again forcing T2 back into their spawn, really.
Yeah, and I honestly wouldn't be surprised to see a cage fight Blossom, but Arrakis has been working on this Blossom for so dang long. I'm just hoping he builds the dang thing.
Comes out.
Yeah, and before the cleanse can even get there.
It is also Ramasher time.
It's also mug time, finding 2.
Arrakis jumping on Hunta. Gonna
Arrakis...
finally get that pick.
And here comes
and
the
also
Blossom!
that Death Blossom.
It's just for the tank.
Worth.
Well, that is a little bit debatable. Lemo's working on that dragon, 60 to it.
Cyber with the Boston Uprising skin. Holy represent.
When
Cage fight
Kiki,
does come out as well.
but Hunta finds a pick, trades Nelmos for it. Sparks is going to be the next to fall, which would have been your only ult this fight. Pi gets a pick.
I get to pick on Cyber.
But I don't think it's going to be enough. 50 seconds remaining.
Team kill again for T2.
Yes, T2 being very aggressive here. And it's paying off. You're probably gonna
full cap with 42 seconds remaining.
You're probably gonna have to see a swap here from Mons, because You can't keep playing into this. Malga man.
The haha is too ha.
Yeah, it's just too funny.
The Stomp Tech. I need to make more tea after this game.
That's a-okay with me, man.
What? Give me my what do they call it here? Monkey bucks.
Mein Kampf?
No, the
Oh.
monkey bucks. The little points to redeem ludicrous
Hydrates?
amounts of hydrates.
I don't know why it's so cheap.
You said it!
I know. A mug playing a very stinky character, that being the Ratschen. And no swap ups really from the side of Fika time outside of Hunta playing the Siambra.
Abstion.
Yeah, Babshin gonna be doing quite a lot of work on that Ramatra pick. T2 might have just cracked the entire game open for them. Much to the detriment of To The Max.
Great fall back from Bossatron there. Got pretty low there, able to charge out back to the supports. Doing the same thing again.
Hunta throwing herself into death. Top Tech comes out from the side of Bossatron. He is falling super low, and this is going to open up Mons to take out his Bastion. Bossatron's still super low. Hunta is now back, so you do have a little bit more backline attack. Especially with the Virus coming out onto the support.
Honestly, I think that one of the supports from Fika time should probably swap onto that Ana to help cut through all the heals that Mauga's getting.
Oh, I totally agree. Although I don't think they're gonna do it.
I agree.
Although very quick point cap from the side of Fika time.
Indeed. 5 minutes to push throughout the entire second point.
Now Hunta continuing to be a little ratito.
Ratito.
And you're gonna have 5 ults pretty soon from the side of Fika time, with just 4 from the side of T1. Arrakis does finally get off the Reaper Man and swap over to a more comfortable Junkrat pick. And actually the Sombra might be enough, just getting those hacks off. But not when that happens.
Nano's gonna come out onto Bossatron here. Oh!
Yeah,
What a Stomp Tech.
Stomp Tech do a lot of damage.
Youch.
Hunter trying to get a quick pick on to the Cyberman. I'm gonna find it, and Lemos hitting the push-ups.
We do have 5 ults up for the side of Fika time. I do hope they don't just ult dump. When Genki EMP comes out though, getting rid of the cage fight. Coalescence comes out as well, finding Hunta and Nomos. And it's Ramatra time as well, but it looks
It's
like
a lost
Pi is
fight.
not really... Yeah, Pi was not able to get some heals off there.
No, that's not on Pi. You lost both your DPS already, and they still had ults up. You don't commit there. Unfortunate series of events for the side of Fika time. However, I don't expect that to hinder them all too much.
Yep, they still have 3.5 minutes up on the board. They do just kind of got to get out of this choke.
Yeah, and Hunta's really got to find a pick onto Cyber over here. Once again, going for it, misses the Virus, and I forgot his name, so we're going to call him Felix. Felix on the Junkrat, stopping the dive.
Arrakis.
That's right, that's what I said. Arrakis getting a pick onto Mons, and
Sunburn.
Pi. Yeah, the Sunrise able to find a pick onto Holy Golf with the help of Hunter.
Remember your sunscreen, kids.
I don't believe this will get them the full checkpoint, but it'll get them dang close.
I mean, they're at least out of that choke, which is what was, I feel like, really tripping them up.
Well, and now they have a choke to control. As long as they can keep them contained into this high ground and keep heals onto Lemos, they should be able to do quite good. But Bossatron, yeah, jumps down straight into the action, pops his haha, and you have a mug on the high ground.
On the Echo. No, Bossatron falling, Mug falling, Cyber going down as well. Arrakis, Holy Golf too. That is a EK for Fika time. Snack time.
Snack time indeed, finding 5, and on top of that, they're going to have both DPS ults going into this fight to counter essentially 3 ults for the side of T2.
Indeed.
Lamos and Hunter find 2!
Huge. You're not going to see... getting that nano out for this fight is huge, especially with cage fight so close coming up.
I know, and Hunter and Lamos still just doing so much poke damage. Hunter finds the
also goes down.
Hunter finds the Moira and then gets the health pack from under Bossatron.
Again, this Hunter on the Sombra is...
Here's the combo.
Evil. Indeed, I would have maybe held that EMP for the cage fight, but it paid off. They were able to take out Arrakis.
Nah, they have momentum.
And Bossatron. They Nano
they
is
know the
gonna come
Melga.
out, and here comes the cage fight.
They
Not
don't
gonna touch though. Winkinky.
And Hunter is so dang good on this Sombra.
Oh,
when
yeah.
I used to have her on my team, that was the only thing she would play. Just because it was such an annoyance. She was consistently so good at getting picks and just annoying everyone else. I mean,
when I grow up, I want to be like Hunter's Sombra.
I think we all do. Except Arrakis. Still rocking the Junkrat. And still doing a pretty dang good job of rocking the Junkrat.
Would you say they're Iraqing it?
Alright, it was nice casting with To The Max. We'll see her next time on Gunkinga Season 5.
Alright, I'm turning in my resignation.
It's okay, you don't need to. You're fired.
Oh, thank God. Bye!
Bye! Alright, now that the real cast is started... Oh, man, okay. Now that the second and third real cast is started, we're going to see the exact same team comps from both sides, except Cyber now rocking the Brig, which is kind of big.
Trying to use the Swedish against the Swedish. I like it. You know, we saw using the US against the US. See how we're taking the Sweden against Sweden works.
Well, the Swedes against the Swedes actually works quite well, because both the Swedes are very good at counter dive, and the Swedes like to play a lot of pseudo dive. Lemos continuing to play the Soldier 76, getting a pick with Hunter on a mug.
Getting picked really early by Hunter there. Holy Golf falling pretty low.
Arrakis will be the next to go.
Arrakis. Oh, Hunter's hat gets cancelled off of the Juno.
Yeah, she LOS'd herself. Didn't throw the translocator quite far enough.
You know, sometimes you just can't go the distance.
So real. You know who is going the distance? Arrakis, swapping to the Mei. 7 health on Hunter will be found by the piss spray from Mei.
Ew. 10 seconds remaining for T2.
But by the time this fight really gets real, I was about to say Nolan should have his ult, but that's not going to happen when you're dead. Big whip shot from Cyber.
OT though.
Yeah, at this point, you just kind of back up, let Nomos get back, and just play it slow. But that's not easy to do when a mug finds a second pick.
Looking up at ult charges, we don't really see anything coming up from either side except for that Visor and Ramatra time.
Holy Golf also very close to Orbital Ray.
Oh, that is true.
Hunter really just being tickled by a mug in the backside.
Hold on.
I'm going to say backline. However, you're going to see Ramatra time come out. Finds a big pick.
Cyber. Orbital Ray does come out, but so does Visor. Ramatra time fighting 3. Numa's fighting Goff.
And this should be the fight.
Yeah. Not even gonna get the full cap.
84 meters stands between Fika time and capping and winning the series. That is very doable.
Very doable, very doable. Indeed, indeed, indeed.
Although T2 did have quite a good defense to start, and especially on that second point. But once Fika time really got into their own, it kind of just crumbled.
Yeah, I've never noticed the sign that says we're still open on the Panorama Diner.
Yeah. What do you think they're gonna clean up the train? It's been 8 years. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's pretty sick, but like...
I think they're using it as like kind of like a tourist trap, like attraction. Like, come see the train that got wrecked by the Overwatch people.
No, it's the Deadlock Gang.
Yeah, but the Overwatch people were still there. Because Cassidy came and was like, "Nah, you can't do that." And then Echo was there because Echo was on the train.
Oh, Hutta busting out the Torbjorn with the Swedish national skin.
And we're just playing Turret Mafia here.
Yeah, we are. We're getting the full meta outside of the other meta picks that are required. Hunter really teasing us.
Back on the Sombra.
Playing with our emotions. Maybe I don't want to be like Hunter when I grow up. Although TP from Melmos.
With the quick TP.
Yeah, it forces Bossatron off that high ground, kind of surprisingly. But Sparksy with a pick onto a Fracas.
Big.
And T2 looking almost schizophrenic here, trying to find Hunter on the Sombra. Finally shows herself, but there's an entire Symmetra in your backline.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Honestly,
it's a T2 genocide.
That honestly could be the map. A Mug and Cyber both switching to speedier characters. But Nalema's just gonna try and body block. Hunter finds a pick on Goft. Cyber falling so
is
low.
Dangerously low. Bossatron also falling low. Both Bossatron and Cyber are down. It is just a DPS on point.
Bossatron started the Stomp Tech and explodes halfway through.
Map 3 goes to Fika time. I get to take a quick power nap.
Yep, and I get to do an interview.
Well, I will also be here for the interview.
Oh, and Max and I get to do an interview.
Spike time interview.
That is spike time, you're right. Oh, Mon's playing a very good Ramatra this time around. We didn't see a whole lot of mistakes from him and really cleaned up what little mistakes he was making in the past.
Yeah.
So, a very good game from him. Very proud of him.
Yeah. Very, very, very clean. Shout out to Pi for subbing and, picking up the slack. Working overtime for Geeka League.
Hello, Mons. Welcome to the cast.
Hello, Mons.
Hello.
How are you feeling?
I feel good. We feel good.
Crazy.
Yeah.
You actually, you had such an inspirational play, some great gameplay on the Ramatra today. We were literally just saying that you really didn't make a lot of mistakes there, and what little mistakes you did, you were able to clean up and save there. Have you been practicing?
No.
No?
It took basically Jared's advice, block more, and I did.
Oh.
Yeah, we did see. We called it out too.
Holy. Maybe I do got it in me.
For real.
Alright. Well, Mons, you played a very solid game of Ramatra. We went over that briefly. You had a pretty big sub today, that being Pi. Pi playing strictly Alari today. Was that kind of the game plan, or was that just kind of Pi being Pi?
I think we, in the beginning, kind of called it out, maybe play Ayari.
Okay.
I briefly remember, and then we kind of stick to it, and it worked. So if it works, it works, in my opinion. So we just go with the same formula, and that's the formula for victory.
Yeah, and it's a very good combo with that Ramatra slow and then inevitably your ult. But another big thing, you guys really got pushed back that first half of Route 66.
Yeah,
What was the adjustments you guys made? Because I thought you should swap off the Ramatra just because it's so bad into the Malga. But you made
yeah.
it
I
work
was.
over and over again. Was that really just the only adjustment you guys made?
I think we just kind of like bashed our heads into the wall, and it eventually worked. If I'm gonna be
Hmm.
honest, I had the like thought in my head, should I switch from Mirmatra? And then eventually it worked. I wasn't quite aware what we did differently, but I was like, "Oh, we're pushing." So, if I'm gonna be honest, um, so I'm gonna have, I guess, I have to look back into it and see what happened.
Were there any specific strategies your team prepared?
Well, yeah, we shot called, so like
Oh,
this.
well,
So
I don't know if that's a
I guess
strategy,
that was a
but
difference.
still proud of you for
Yeah,
that.
It's called coordination.
for real, actually. Yeah,
That is the best strategy.
Yes. Um,
exactly.
Which teammate do you feel had a standout performance today?
I felt actually great. I thought of well, I got a lot of reminder from Pi to block more and then punch more, so it was a good like fallback to like kind of listen to the instructions. But I always have this in mind, like block more, since you said it. I remember the last time, like both in Colosseum and I think some part of King's Row, I didn't block, so that's basically it. Then I think we had really good support also, so it felt nice.
Yeah, Sparksy really coming in clutch with some pretty big lunges throughout the match.
Ah, all right.
But how do you think T2 did today? What do you think stood out from them particularly?
Um, they had a really strong map when it comes to Route 66. That was probably what we had most difficulty on. The rest was quite a smooth sailing in my opinion, but I feel like they had a really like a strong comp in the end, but I feel like their ultimate users might not be as great in my opinion. I'm not
Okay.
sure, but other than that, I think they played decently well.
Well, good.
Uh, I didn't think of it a lot, so I that's what's coming up on my
No, you're all good. Do you have anything,
head.
Max, or am I good to wrap it up?
no, we are good to wrap it up here.
Alrighty.
Okay.
So we have one more question. I say we. It's really just me. Going into next week, you have a very difficult match against Bread Dog, who just beat up Meteora, which I said right that
Oh,
time. And they're a very good team. Actually, you kind of had a spy today, that being Pi, who plays DPS for Fika time, or not Fika time,
actually,
Bread Dog.
for
But
real.
how do you expect that game to go? Do you have any specifics you want to talk about, or
Wait, who are we facing again? Bread Dog,
Bread Dog?
right?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, what I'm expecting. Expecting good fights at
Okay.
least. That we learned something today. I have now received some inside information since Pai is playing in that team. If I seem right, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Pi is the
Yeah.
DPS.
So okay, yeah. We had like the inner thought of like if Pai was gonna play DPS, but then it was like uh 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 and we are like no. So soft lock
That
to support
rules.
the rules. So but I think we'll try our best basically and practice a bit beforehand and try to predict the bits on how to play based on what Pike can
Okay,
call.
that's very good. I'll keep that in mind.
So yeah,
Or actually, one thing we didn't touch on, Hunter and Nomos had a very, they had lots of combos throughout the entire series.
yep,
Really, with that EMP visor and just Nomos flanking with Hunter to really just pick off the backline. That's really what opened up your
basically yeah.
Yeah, so was that the entire strategy? Is that kind of how your team like works around, or
I
is
think,
that just a
yeah,
byproduct?
I think you would usually fall back to the EMP Visor since it's a really strong combo usually, and they are really good what they're doing, and we will probably keep doing it for the most part. So yeah, I
Well,
think
all right.
yeah,
I'm not gonna let you like tell too much about your strategy, but
no,
I appreciate you joining us for this interview. Thank you so much for playing today. It was a very good game for us to watch, and
yeah,
Max can go take a power nap. I can go eat. But yeah, GG's.
and I
Thank you
can eat.
T2 for playing, and goodbye.